Wilson going to come out throwing. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Broncos sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Yeah, good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And returning it, here's Hamler. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, so that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Off the play action. Tagovailoa. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. The first carry now. This is Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he's got Renfrow in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Past the 20. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss. That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Double count right here, double count.
Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those type.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 40. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Broncos 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Returning is Peppers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll work down inside the 45.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is caught here by Anderson. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Inside handoff, Henry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion right here, Washington. On 3rd down, Wilson.
They'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. T. Higgins as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. McManus's point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Tua.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Again, it's Henry.
144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. John Ross, 25 yards to the house.
And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
But Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Wilson on the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be good for a Denver first down. They'll run it with Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson being chased out left.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Wilson will throw again. It's caught. Beckham.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson over the middle, complete. That's Williams.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On second and goal, Wilson, and it's caught. Touchdown! Javonte Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They fake the handoff, now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Got it. 14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Wilson. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Aaron Browning gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Peppers. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.